All right, hello everybody, it is Granorite, and here we are with our next Pokemon Emerald playthrough of Ice-type, our final Ice-type team of Cloyster, Castform, Snorunt, which will be Glalie, and Articuno. And so, as we do with these first episodes, we're going to be reading about our Pokemon and getting them to level 7 to start things out. Shellder, we'll start out with, is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Shellder is a bivalve mollusk Pokemon encased within a spiky blue-violet bivalve shell. It has two round white eyes with tiny black pupils. Its enormously long red tongue is used to burrow itself into the sand to sleep overnight, and also to lure and capture prey. The tongue protrudes even when the shell is closed, and tugging it will cause the shell to pop open. Its soft and tender body is well protected by its extremely durable shell, which is purported to be harder than a diamond's and has historically been used by people to make shields. It can make pearls from accumulated sand, though it discards them as they are typically in its way. Shellder has an unusually strong appetite for the tail of a slowpoke and can develop a symbiotic relationship with the dopey Pokemon. After attaching itself to Slowpoke's tail, the two undergo a metamorphosis and evolve into Slowbro together. Alternatively, if it attaches to the head of a Slowpoke in possession of a King's Rock, the two will instead evolve into Slowking. These relationships allow it to travel onto land and begin a new stage of life, a new stage in its life cycle. In Galar, Shellder attaches to the forearms and heads of Galarian Slowpoke wearing the Galarica Cuffs or Galarica Reese, causing it to evolve into Galarian Slowbro or Galarian Slowking, respectively. Regardless of which form the two Pokemon evolve into, Shellder's shell transforms into a spiny spiral cone with several tiers. Sharp teeth develop around the rim of the shell to anchor it securely to the evolved Slowpoke, and its eyes now peek out from the bottom of the rim of its shell. In its crown form, Shellder will have a red jewel on the underside of a large horn on either side of its shell. While in crown form, Shellder will periodically release its venom into Slowking's brain. This is actually beneficial to Slowking as it causes the real Pokemon's intelligence to increase. Higher quantities of the venom intensify this effect, and Shellder is easily provoked into releasing more when Slowking yawns. However, Shellder's poison makes Slowbro more sluggish as it continues to drain nutrients from its host body. As seen in Slowking's crowning and an evolution in taste, the crown form of Shellder can take control of humans who wear it and speak through its host. The control of Shellder wears off the moment the crown is removed. Despite its hard shell, clamping onto an opponent will reveal its vulnerable parts. Because of this, it will only clamp itself to a foe as a last resort. It swims around its seafloor home by rapidly opening and closing its shell while facing backwards. Despite its appearance, Shellder is surprisingly fast. Prehistoric Shellder were apparently preyed upon by Amistar, whose powerful bites were capable of breaking through its shell. Shellder and its evolved form Cloyster are related to Shellos and Gastrodon. Kingler, Rufflet, and Brugish are modern predators of Shellder. Prior to Generation 3, Clamp was its signature move. Prior to Generation 5, Icicle Spear was also its signature move, but other Pokemon could still inherit it via breeding. Additionally, prior to Generation 5, Shellder and its evolved form Cloyster were the only known Pokemon that could have Skill Link as an ability. And as you can see, our ability is Shell Armor, which blocks critical hits. And currently, I think all we know is, well, Tackle and Withdraw. Yes. And I wanted to see here, move-wise, I think that Clamperl can also learn Clamp in this generation. Yes, which is why it's not a signature move for Shellder. Shellder wants HP and defense, what we're going to be looking at training it up on. So we're going to try to find really just Wurmples here, because we're not going to find many Seedots, but if we do, awesome. So we're going to find some Wurmples and get ourselves up to level 7. I like how in the tracker, Shellder's picture is just huge. Shellder is definitely going to be our bad Pokemon early game because it just doesn't. It takes a while before we're going to be able to get it some decent moves. We're going to be working with Tackle for a while. Let's go heal up. Get back over there. Alright, we're getting closer. Being a slow leveler, too. Man, we are going to need some experience to level up. I'm going to run away from the Ralts, even though that would be decent for Castform and Articuno. Hopefully we find some more. There we go. Alright, so let's work with our other slow leveler next. Because I could have stayed in here, couldn't I have? Articuno, who has pressure for its ability here. Another slow leveling rate Pokemon. Articuno was a large avian Pokemon with predominantly sky blue plumage and wings said to be made of ice. On its forehead is a crest that consists of 3 darker blue rhombus-shaped feathers. It has circular red eyes and a short gray beak and long, thin gray legs. Each foot has 3 forward-facing digits and 1 facing backwards. On its chest is a mass of white downy feathers, and its long streamer-like tail is longer than its body and the same shade of blue as its crest. Articuno has the power to control ice at will. When Articuno flaps its wings, it can chill the moisture in the air around it, making snow fall. It flies from icy mountain to icy mountain. According to legend, it appears before doomed travelers lost in icy regions. As seen in Freeze Frame, Articuno sometimes aids travelers and guides them to safety. Articuno lives in cold, isolated locations, such as snowy mountains filled with permafrost. Articuno loves Articuno treats made by Staxor, who once encountered and sang with it in the past. Articuno is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Shadow Chill, which is a later gen move. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information, and I forgot to read this for Shellder, so we'll go back and get that. Articuno is a legendary bird Pokemon that can control ice. The flapping of its wings chills the air. As a result, it is said that this Pokemon flies, snow will fall. And that's Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald that say that. Fire Red says one of the legendary bird Pokemon, with its long tail trailing behind, is flying. Its flying form is magnificent. And Leaf Green says a legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. And let's go back to Shellder really quick and read its Pokedex information, because I forgot to do that. So Gen 3 for Shellder, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say, at night, this Pokemon uses its broad tongue to burrow a hole in the seafloor sand and then sleep in it. While it is sleeping, Shellder closes its shell, but leaves its tongue hanging out. Fire Red says it is encased in a shell that is harder than diamond. Inside, however, it is surprisingly tender. And Leaf Green says its hard shell repels any kind of attack. It is vulnerable only when its shell is open. Alright, and we want special attack and special defense for Articuno. So we're looking for Ralts and Lotads. And we currently know Gust and Powder Snow. Alright. Ooh, that's nice. We're going to swap over to Castform and also get this for Castform. It's not often that we run across Ralts, and we're going to take advantage of it when we can. One more Lotad. Or Ralts. Come on. There we go. And since we've sent it out a few times, we'll do Castform next. So Forecast is its ability, changes type with the weather. It's a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Castform is an artificial Pokemon that changes appearance and attitude based on the weather. Its body is made up of cells exactly like those of water molecules, causing its cellular structure to be chemically altered by temperature and humidity, though not of its free will. Castform uses its ability to protect its tiny body. In its normal form, it resembles a plain gray cloud with a single wisp extending from the top of its head. Regardless of the form it takes, it will have a large spherical head and a lighter colored mask-like marking over its eyes. Various experiments were conducted to change its form into artificial conditions, but all have failed. In Generation 3, Weather Ball was its signature move. Despite its man-made origins, it can be found in grassland areas. Castform is the only known Pokemon that can have the Forecast ability. Castform has 3 alternate forms, a sunny form, a rainy form, and a snowy form. Under harsh sunlight, it takes on its sunny form. The lower half becomes pure white, and its head turns orange as it develops small orange spheres around it. This gives it the overall appearance of the sun above a small cloud. The skin glows and dries and becomes hot to the touch. When soaked in rain, it takes on the rainy form. It has a dark gray lower half resembling a storm cloud, and the head turns blue, resembling a raindrop. Its body is soft and slippery and seeps with water when compressed. When it's hit by hail, it takes on snowy form. Its head turns purplish blue. The rest of its body changes to the shape of mint green cumulonimbus cloud. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. The body becomes smooth, ice-like material, partially frozen, measuring temperatures near 23 degrees Fahrenheit. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Castform, Ruby says, Castform's appearance changes with the weather. This Pokemon gained the ability to use the vast power of nature to protect its tiny body. Sapphire says Castform borrows the power of nature to transform itself in the guises of sun, rain clouds, and snow clouds. This Pokemon's feelings change with the weather. And Emerald says it alters its form depending on the weather. Changes in the climate, such as temperature or humidity, appear to affect its cellular structure. Fire Red and Leaf Green all say it has the ability to change its form in the sun, the rain, or a snow cloud, depending on the weather. All right. And we want HP and special attack for Castform. So we're looking for Ralts and Wurmples. Come on. There's a Ralts, so we're going to swap Articuno out for this too and just get that on Articuno. I'm going to get as much early special attack as I possibly can, since it's so rare. Sorry, thinking about something. No Poochyena. No Lotads. It's a C-Dot. We don't have Shellder out, though. We'll get plenty of defense on Shellder, though, when we fight Castforms and Silcoons while training up. Come on. Almost there. There we go. And last but not least, we have Snorunt. Snorunt's ability is Inner Focus, which prevents flinching. It's a medium, fast leveling rate Pokemon. Snorunt is a small black Pokemon with an ovid body. It has circular light blue eyes, wide teeth, and spherical hands that and feet that lack digits. It is covered with a yellow cloak that gives it a triangular outline. The coat is rimmed with an orange stripe and has 3 orange diamond markings on its back. As its evolved form Glalie has a body of a rock, Snorunt may also be made of rock. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, defeating a Snorunt, Glalie, or Frostlass will yield some Snorunt fur, suggesting the cloak is made of fur. The well-adapted to the life in colder climates, it subsists on snow and ice and can survive in temperatures as low as negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Snorunt is also a social creature, living and traveling with other Snorunt in groups of 5. The group can live together in harmony while residing underneath giant leaves. It can be found in caves, particularly when the outside lacks snow or areas with heavy snowfall. Despite this, the Snorunt population in Alola shows it can survive in some places with warm weather. Additionally, it has been known to visit human dwellings. There's a legend that any home a Snorunt visits and lives near will prosper for generations. There's a tradition where houses would leave a lump of ice made from pure water for Snorunt to have when visiting. Playing with Snorunt is a favorite childhood memory for rich people who live in cold areas. It is believed that if Snorunt shows up during the night, it will cause heavy snow to appear in the morning. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Snorunt, Ruby says Snorunt lives in regions with heavy snowfall. In seasons without snow, such as spring and summer, this Pokemon steals away to live quietly among stalactites and stalagmites deep in caverns. Sapphire says Snorunt survives by eating only snow and ice. Old folklore claims that a house visited by this Pokemon is sure to prosper for many generations to come. Emerald says they tend to move in groups of about 5 Snorunt. In snowy regions, it is said that when they are seen late at night, snowfall will arrive by morning. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say that it is said that a home visited by a Snorunt will prosper. It can withstand cold of minus negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is our information on Snorunt, who wants attack and speed. So we want Poochyenas and Zigzagoons, which we're not going to get, are we? We know Powder Snow and Leer right now. Good deal. Good freeze. Let's go heal. No Wurmples for you. Okay. Whole team is up to level 7. We learned double team already with Snorunt. Interesting. Alright, first trainer here has that Poochyenna. We're going to just Powder Snow straight through it. As for getting the team fully ice type, it is going to take us a little bit. Castform learns its weather moves at level 20. So that's whenever we'll be able to consistently get it ice type, which is pretty good. That's like right after the second gym. It's going to be a while before we evolve Shellder or the Cloyster. We don't get our first Water Stone until we can dive into the Sunken Ship. So, yeah. It's going to take us a little bit. We're going to be seeing a lot of Snorunt early on, though, because it's once the EVs that a lot of these Pokemon give. Attack and speed. Another Wurmple. We'll just keep Shellder out. Good deal. Swap up Snorunt. Didn't swap up on my tracker. It'll fix itself soon. By fix itself, I mean it'll double up Snorunt in there and not show Shellder. We will get it all the way fixed soon. Alright, let's take out this Zigzagoon. Growl all you want. We are not even using our attack right now. We will be later. Halo. Good deal. Pick up those berries, and then we'll go beat up on this Zigzagoon. Powder Snow. Good deal. Alright, and for the Shroomish, we'll swap over to Castform. Take a bit of damage. Did critical hit us too. Got lucky with that. Good deal. All right, let's go let Wally do his stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. We made it. This guy down here has another Zigzagoon. Like I said, we're gonna see a lot. Well, actually, we'll swap. We're gonna put Articuno up front. Okay, did catch that. We'll let Articuno take on a couple Pokemon here. Because speed's not going to be bad for Articuno. Let's Gust. And now we'll Powder Snow. Good deal. C-Dot. We'll go to Shellder for the C-Dot, because we definitely want defense on Shellder. Now you can harden all you want. The moment he starts to bide, we'll just withdraw. Good critical hit. I'm just speeding this up because this C-Dot is not going to do anything with this, and it's just going to reduce our damage as it hardens. Alright, we should be able to take it down with one more. Good job, Shellder. Will let Articuno take on this? Actually, no. No, we won't. We're going to let Snorunt beat up on this Magikarp, because I want Articuno to take on the Zigzagoon up here. So we speed through that fight just because we power through the splashing Magikarp. All right. Powder Snow. Good deal. Didn't even get to use the full restore. Alright, let's use Castform in this next fight. Now, Castform at level 10 is going to get pretty decent for the early game. At level 10, Castform is going to learn Ember, Powder Snow, and Water Gun. Which is a lot. Good deal. All right. Another Wurmple. We'll let Shellder level up on the Ninkadas that we fight at the other end of the forest. We do have a Poochyena coming up next, so we're going to swap Snorunt up. So, difficulties with this team. We're not going to have any difficulties with Roxanne. Brawly might be a little tough, but we do have a water type that, you know, is not weak to fighting type. Castform will be weak because it'll be normal type. Articuno does no flying attacks, so that might be our out there. We won't have a poor matchup with Watson, but we're not going to have a good matchup with Watson. Two of our Pokemon will be weak, and the other ones will be Snorunt and Castform. Castform would know a fire attack, which will be good against the Magneton. We might have some issue with Flannery. We will have a water type that won't know any water attacks. We always have issues with slacking with Norman. We'll walk through Winona. We always have issues with Liza and Tate. And it'll be an even matchup against Juan. Steven is not going to be fun with this team. With his 3 steel types. That's going to be a pain in the bottom. Alright. Let's swap up Shellder. Beat it up. It's going to take a few tackles, but we'll get through it. Move sets for this team, and I think I shared him yesterday, but we'll say him again for those that are just joining in. So ideally, for Cloyster, we're going to have Surf, Blizzard, Toxic, Protect. Articuno is going to have Ice Beam, Aerial Ace, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Galele will have Ice Beam, Crunch, Shadow Ball, and Earthquake. And then Castform will have Hail, Weather Ball, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower. So our 2 Ice Beams will be on Articuno and Galele. Which actually, we might switch that. We might teach Ice Beam to Cloyster. And then give Blizzard to Galele. Because Galele is going to be more of a physical attacker. Let's do that, actually. Let's get Blizzard on Galele. And let's do Ice Beam on Cloyster. Now, I have some potions that we can use for Shellder, which let's go ahead and do that now. Keep tackling. There we go. Eventually we get through it. We're going to swap Articuno up for the Zigzagoon. Grab Bullet Seed. Powder Snow. Good damage. She's on the heal here. We just powder snow again. And again. And again. Good deal. Alright. We're going to swap Castform up to do this fight with the Shroomish that starts out. Oh, it starts out with a Lotad. I could have swore it was a Shroomish. Well, we're going to get a little... I meant to use Gust. I guess the Shroomish was second. Should have just kept Articuno up. Oh, well. So we will have several people that know Powder Snow early on, and we can't help that. They're going to just learn it naturally. When we can get rid of it for another ice attack, we will. Alright. We'll let Articuno and Shellder do this double battle. Just get rid of the bide. Good deal. Excellent. And then we'll let Articuno just take out these Magikarps. Shouldn't have any issues with him. I have a feeling that Articuno is going to get a lot of stats that, you know, just we don't really want it to have, but it's not going to be bad for it to have. Because there will be a lot of double battles. I'll have to throw somebody in to get to soak up the other stats. Good deal. Alright, we're going to pick this up. We're going to need money with this team because we're going to need to buy at least one TM from the game corner, if not more. But we're going to have to get Flamethrower from there. Sell some stuff. We'll heal up. And get cut. I will teach this to HM's 1U. Alright, and this is where we're going to end our first episode for this playthrough. I'll level up the Pokemon up to level 15 off screen, and then we'll be back on Monday with more Pokemon. Until then, see you next time.